Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our Wealth Strategies meeting. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. If you would, please, I know you've already done this. Some of you have already done this, but if you would, just put in the chat your name and where you're dialing in from, where you're watching from. Just put your name and also your city and state. That'd be really cool. We'll get started in about 3 minutes. Send out that last minute text. I put some information in the chat. If you want to share it, there's a way that you can do this via phone call or just dial in with the Zoom. Either way is okay. But just go ahead and send out that last minute text and we'll get started at the top of the hour. While we're sitting here waiting for the top of the hour, I'm going to show you a couple things. I love being able to show the silver, the gold, and that's what we're going to talk about here shortly. But this is a 1 ounce silver eagle. I always like to show the comparison, and then I go with a 2 ounce coin, a lot thicker. So check that out. And then I'll compare that. I'll do a 5 ounce coin right next to it. Do a 10 ounce coin, Canadian maple, a bit thicker, you see that. So then what I like to do is I'll show this 10 ounce coin, and I'll put up the kilo. All right, I like this kookaburra. This is a beautiful, beautiful coin. This is a kilo. Now, what I also like to do is show the comparison, just a generic bar. This is also a kilo. These are both the same weight. It's kind of cool. And then right next to it, I like to hold up Big Bertha, 100 ounce bar. And these are pretty cool to be able to share with people. I start out by showing this. If you guys are, some of you that are already members, if you're doing this, show the goods. I like to show the goods. And it just makes a huge impact. Then also, I like to show the graded coins as well. The American Silver Eagle, Texas coin, and then some of the variety ones. We've got about 1 minute. We'll get started. This one is the Black Panther coin, very popular. This one is the Captain America coin. Again, the Marvel series, really popular. Here is Darth Vader. These are all MS-70s. We'll talk about those in a little bit. All right, we're looking at the time. Okay, one more. How about that gold coin? Love getting these. And then I also like to show the fractional stuff too. It's good stuff there. Okay, I'm showing straight up 8 o'clock Central Time. So we'll get started with our 7K Wealth Strategies meeting. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Chris Latin Sr. I'm coming to you from Enterprise, Alabama. It is right next door to Fort Rucker, Alabama. And the reason I mention that is because I have been a part of the military now for 37 years. I did 7 years in the infantry. I've been flying Black Hawk helicopters for 30 years. My total time in the Army active duty was 25 years, and I currently work as a Department of Army civilian. So I still train men and women to fly Black Hawks at night. I feel like I got a pretty cool job. When I joined the military 37 years ago, I felt like I was joining something much greater than myself. And I'll also tell you that being a part of 7K now 3 years, I really feel like I've joined something much greater than myself once again. So we're going to cover a wealth strategies meeting. It comes right from this booklet. We received these. These are some of the tools that we have available. It's just a short booklet. Kind of talks about what we've got going on. I'm going to take you right through that now. But before we get started with the slides, I'll also tell you that 3 years ago when I was introduced to this company, not only was I flying helicopters at night, but I was running a lawn care business during the day and an auto detailing business during the day. And if you can imagine, I was just super, super busy. And so when my friend called me up and said, Chris, I want to tell you about 7K Metals, I almost didn't look at it because I was so busy. I didn't really feel like I fit one more thing on my plate. But being entrepreneurial minded, I decided to listen, and I'm super, super glad that I did. And, he told me it was gold and silver. And so we're going to talk about gold and silver. We're also going to talk about a way a person can make money. I was interested in that as well. And so we'll get started now. All right. Stand by just for a second. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Pull this up. Hopefully this won't crash on me like last night. The PowerPoint just crashed for a few seconds. I know that the folks that were watching didn't even notice it, but my entire screen went blank and it was kind of crazy for a little bit. But we're going to get started. So hopefully everyone's seeing my slide right now. It says, are you working harder for your money to cover the basics? And so this is the question we ask people right from the start. You know, are you really working harder for the money or harder for your money to cover those basics? And if you're answering yes, it's not just you. All right. The higher cost of added financial pressures on families today are causing fear and uncertainty and doubt on a larger scale. Now, how many of you would agree with me that there's some fear and uncertainty going on right now? So check out this statistic. 44% of Americans said they could not cover the cost of a $400 emergency expense. You know, they'd have to rely on credit cards or selling something or borrowing. And so what's really happening with your money? It's all in the numbers. So this slide is pretty interesting. The Federal Reserve was created in 1913, all right? And the Federal Reserve is not connected to the government. They don't answer to anyone. But, you know, this was the system that was put in place. And so, you know, a dollar back in 1913 was a dollar. A dollar right now is a dollar. But here's the thing. When you talk about buying power over that 100-year span that's indicated in the green area, the buying power has gone down over 96%. You can see that in the gray area in the upper right-hand corner. You know, Nixon took us off the gold standard in 1971. So there's nothing backing the US dollar, not one thing. So every time they print money, it's just making it weaker and weaker and weaker. And it's kind of like, you know, a big glass of tea or a big glass of lemonade. You keep pouring water into it, it just gets weaker and weaker. It's the same thing that's happening. We pump dollars into our system, the dollar gets weaker. And so how many would agree with me that $100 today does not purchase what $100 bought 5 years ago? You know, and they call it inflation, they call it quantitative easing, you know, just it's kind of crazy. So here's some more statistics. This is just 2000 to 2018, so an 8-year span. So the increase on food at home, 43%. You eat out, 59%. Heat source up 99%. Again, this is just an 8-year span, folks. Car insurance, 97%. Everybody's required to have car insurance. If you're driving, you're supposed to have it. How about water and sewer? College tuition up over 150%. Medical care. You know, people are living longer. Do you think that's going to get any better? I don't think so. Medical care, talking about current situation. Is it getting any better? No, it's really not. And so we want to say, we would like to make a case for sound money. Now, that's just a fancy term for gold and silver. The wealthy have been using the gold and silver. It's been their secret for a long, long time to not only accumulate wealth, but to protect their wealth. You know, governments and banks, they've been collecting gold and silver for such a long time. And, you know, there's really a reason why. And so I have a couple more statistics that I want to share with you. You know, in 1965, a silver round, so just 1 ounce of silver, just like the silver eagle I'm holding now, 1 ounce cost $1. And at that time, for $1, you could purchase a gallon of milk. All right. Well, in today's market, $1 is not going to buy you a gallon of milk. But that 1 ounce coin is worth about $20. So you could purchase 5 gallons of milk. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You know, and that's what we talk about, silver. We're going to also talk about gold in a minute. And we're talking about buying power. All right. So here's another example. So the same year, 1965, 1 ounce of silver was $1. And if you had $2,500 or 2,500 ounces of silver, you could have bought a brand new Ford Mustang. Now, how many of you would like to have owned that Ford Mustang from 1965, especially at $2,500? Well, in today's market, $2,500, what do you think it'll get you? Will it get you a brand new car? It's not even possible. It might get you a bumper. Might be able to get you some tires and rims for $2,500. Definitely, you could probably do a down payment. But 2,500 ounces of silver in today's market is still worth over $40,000, almost $50,000. And so you could purchase almost 2 Mustangs with that same amount of silver. So that's just a case for silver, why it's important to own silver. Now, here's another thing I want to share with you. This is about gold. So same year, 1965, if you had $10,000, let's say somebody gave you $10,000 or you had $10,000 and they said, you can invest in one of two things. Which would you choose? Would you pick the house? Would you invest in a house? If you did, it would be pretty good. Your value of that would be about 85,000 right now. But what if you had invested in gold? Check this out, folks. $421,000 for that same amount of that $10,000 in gold. And so, after seeing this, how come, why aren't financial advisors telling this? How do you feel about the economy? Do you feel like, okay, maybe I should have been told about gold and silver a long time ago? Well, the fact is, financial professionals don't tell you about this. They don't want you to know this because it's not in their portfolio. They don't make any money by telling you about gold and silver. It's not in their portfolio at all. They don't make anything from doing that. And so we want to tell you that we believe in you. We want to talk to you about protecting your wealth, creating a legacy for your family, and really introducing why it's so important to own precious metals. And we also want to introduce our company, 7K Metals. So we're going to show you how the wealthy have been able to accumulate wealth and also protect their wealth using gold and silver. Now, the 4 founders of this company, they came together and they wanted to change the network marketing industry in 2 aspects. And if any of you have any experience with network marketing, you know that in some cases it's really good, in some cases it's not so good. But the fact is, these guys wanted to change the network marketing industry 2 aspects. 1, they wanted to provide a product that was truly valuable. And 2, they wanted to really make it so the average person could make it above average income. And so, they picked gold and silver. Gold and silver is a real tangible asset. Well, these 4 founders, they have over 100 years experience combined. They have changed multiple industries for the better, a passion for helping the average person get ahead. One of the companies that one of the founders has created is grossing over $2 billion, still in existence today. I tell you what, I have met every one of these individuals. I've spent time with them. I've spent time with their families. We have vacation together. I tell you what, there are no better people. These guys are the salt of the earth. Just really, really good people, great foundation. And so here's a message from those individuals. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of the people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. Folks, I know that they believe in us. I really do. I know it. I can feel it. I've seen it. And I tell you what, I believe in them. And I think what we have here is something that's really, really special. Now, here are some questions that came up about sound money. Again, we're talking gold and silver. So here are some questions, and maybe some of them resonate with you. Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities? And how do I get more of it? So 7K has created a membership model. So in the networking space, you would think, okay, how can they change it so that it's for the better? Well, they created the membership model. And I think most people are familiar with Sam's Club or Costco or even Amazon Prime membership. And with a membership comes privileges. Well, we have some privileges here at 7K. They're really pretty cool. But I think it's important that people understand how the current market works for gold and silver. I didn't know these things when I first started. 3 years ago, when I was introduced to the company, I didn't know much about gold and silver, and I knew just a little bit about networking. But I've learned a lot since then. But so picture this: gold and silver is mined from the earth. It goes to the mints, and there's several mints around the world. The mints make them into bars and coins. All right, you can purchase from the mint, but you're going to pay a high premium. It's marked up quite a bit. But the mint sells to 13 authorized dealers at the very best price, at the lowest price. Now, how would you like to be able to buy from them? Well, we can't. We can't buy from them because we don't purchase enough on a regular basis. So these dealers, they sell to the biggest wholesalers. Wholesalers sell to brokers. Brokers sell to retailers. And that's when you see the commercials on TV to buy gold and silver from whatever company, or you hear it on the radio. You hear it all the time on the radio. Buy gold and silver from whatever company. Well, the fact is there's markup all along the way. So who pays for that? The customer pays for that. So what 7K has done is they have knocked off the middlemen. They have taken away the middlemen, and they actually work with 5 of the 13 authorized dealers, and they pass on the savings to us. That's just one of the benefits of being a member here at 7K, is they've taken out the middleman. So it's still the same sequence. Buying from the earth, goes to the mint, mint makes it into bars and coins, it goes to the dealers. Our company actually deals with 5 of those dealers, and they pass on the savings. So gold and silver bullion that you purchase through 7K is not marked up 1 penny, not 1 penny. They don't mark it up. And so they've made it that your membership has tremendous value for that reason alone. And there's many other reasons that our membership has value, but this is just one of them. This is attracting thousands of people. About 80% of the people that come into 7K really just come in for this reason. And then there's about 18 to 20% of us that share it with people. And we're able to make money doing that. We'll get to that in just a moment. Now, one of the other member benefits that we have is called the Buyer Certification Program. So the Buyer Certification Program is for people that might not know what to purchase. And you know, again, I didn't know much about gold and silver. So this training for me was really valuable. And I've heard people say that they would pay over $500 just for this training alone. But a lot of people come into 7K, they don't know what to buy. So we encourage them to go through the Buyer Certification Program. It teaches you about the different categories of, you know, why people buy. And then it also teaches you what metals you should be buying based off your goals. And so here are some of the reasons that people buy. A hedge against poor government decisions and potential economic collapse. How many of you would agree with me that our government doesn't always make great decisions? How about wealth accumulation or wealth protection or portfolio diversification? And then probably one of the most important ones that we have is coin collecting. And most people don't really realize how important it is to be a coin collector because, you know, we all made this mistake. We call it the $1.2 million mistake. And what do I mean by that? So most people in the industry of gold and silver know the American Silver Eagle. It's the most sought after coin in the world. And these coins go under 5 times magnification. What they're looking for is clarity and purity. So this American Silver Eagle goes under that magnification. They're looking for the ones that are perfect. The ones that are perfect are sealed in a hard acrylic case. They're barcoded and registered, and now they have added value. So let's just take the example of that 1965 Mustang. You know, if you owned a 1965 Mustang right now, but it had been driven 300,000 miles and it was rusty and, you know, the seats were all torn up, it would have some value, but it would have a whole lot more value if it was in mint condition. And you've heard that term before, mint condition. Well, these MS70s, mint state 70, it's the highest rating a coin can receive. These are the coins that we're able to purchase on a monthly basis. And they say if we had purchased one of these MS70s every month since 1986, when they first started the American Silver Eagle, if we had purchased one at our current price of $95, then you would have invested somewhere around $40,000 to $50,000. But your collection, the value of it would be worth over $1.2 million. Folks, that's a pretty significant return on something that you invest in. Can you say that with real estate? Can you say it with stocks and bonds? You know, my wife, she buys antiques. Well, she used to buy antiques when I met her. And, you know, you do them for investment purposes. And a lot of people collect things. Well, here we collect the MS70 American Silver Eagle. That's just one of the things we collect. And we've made it convenient for a person to be able to do that. We've created the Autosaver program. And, you know, the Autosaver program, we actually have 3 options, but the American Silver Eagle is our basic program, and this is $95 a month. You know, we make it convenient that you can purchase this. There is some markup in the MS70s at our company. I told you you can get the gold and silver bullion at no markup, but there is some markup in these MS70s. So what you're really paying for is it's part of the compensation plan and it's convenient. And how many times do we pay for convenience? You know, we go to the gas station and we fill up the car, and then we go inside and we buy a, you know, a soda and a bag of chips, or somebody might buy a Monster drink or something from a convenience store, and they're going to pay a lot more than what they paid for at Sam's Club. You know, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper than you buy it there. You know, take a bottle of water. You know, pay $2.50 at a convenience store, but you can get it for 10 cents or 25 cents at Sam's Club. And so here we're paying for a little bit of convenience, but it's also part of the compensation plan. And so right now we're running the 50 state series. It's really pretty cool to be able to collect a 7K label with one of the states on it. And I think California is the next one coming out. These coins are beautiful, and I love getting them every single month. You know, when I first started, that's the only thing that we offered was the American Silver Eagle. But then they introduced the Variety program, and it was a different coin from a different mint each month. And I said, man, I really, really like these coins, and so I added them. I added those coins to my autosaver program. So each month, you know, not only getting the Silver Eagle, but I'm getting the Variety program. And we've had some really cool coins. I showed you a couple at the beginning, you know, from the Marvel series, from Star Wars, from Star Trek. I mean, it's just a lot of really cool things. Some from the Perth Mint in Australia, Chinese Panda, you know, just really cool things. And so here's some examples of those, some of the past coins that we've had. And if you're in this, our Variety coin is $129 a month. You know, and if you're into gold, we also have that as well. So again, these are all MS70s. You know, I did some research when I first started, and what I found is historically the MS70s have always gone up in value. And so, you know, have you ever been to a network marketing company that your product, when it arrives at your door, has increased value later on? No, I don't think it's ever happened. Not a nutritional supplement, not an essential oil, not you know, a soap, a lotion, a potion, whatever. There's no added value in that product. It might be valuable to you, but it's not valuable to anyone else. But here we have a real tangible asset, and it's valuable not only to us, but it's valuable to everyone else in the world. And again, historically, these coins have always gone up in value. Now, the autosaver program is just another one of the benefits. Now I'm going to share one more with you. With your membership and with your autosaver program, you're also going to receive a free getaway card. Okay, it's called a travel savings dollar card. And so these things are really pretty cool. You know, say you get the membership, the $4.99 membership that we have, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You're also going to get a $500 travel discount card. Now, what you can do with that card is you can go to our website that's called 7kgetaway.com. It's very similar to like a Travelocity or Priceline. You go to that 7kgetaway.com, you register the card. Well, first you put in the number, you register the email verification, and now you have access to hotel rooms, car rental, and vacation getaway. So you can save anywhere from a few dollars up to around 50%. And so it's pretty cool. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're searching for a hotel room. Hotel room normally costs $150. It'll show you how many of your travel savings dollars you can use. Example, 50 of your travel savings dollars. So it would deduct 50 of your 500 travel savings dollars, and then you would pay the remainder of $100, and you've just saved 1/3 of the cost on that hotel room. These cards are awesome. In the last year, I have saved $1,500, and that's pretty cool. So here's kind of a testimonial from our friends Jay and Colleen. They love to travel. They've been to trips outside of the U.S. They go to see their grandkids. They've saved over $4,000. And the stuff is, again, these are free. And so when you think about it, you know, just $1,500 for me or $4,000 for them, you know, it covers the cost of your membership. It covers the cost of your coin each month if you use them. If you don't use them, they're not valuable. But if you use them, they're pretty cool. So that's just 3 of the benefits that we have. And we actually have many more benefits of being a member in 7K. But those member benefits don't mean anything if you can't afford to buy something, right? So it's not just enough to be able to buy gold and silver at the very best price, or buy that collector's coin each month. Remember at the beginning, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover the cost of a $400 emergency. So not only do we have excellent benefits in 7K, but they have also created a compensation plan that makes it so that the average person can make it above average income. And so why do I say the average person? In network marketing, studies have shown that the average person brings in about 2.3 individuals into a company. Well, they made it so that if you're average at networking and you can bring in 2 people, then you're eligible to earn a commission in 7K. And it really just takes 1 member on your left team and 1 member on your right team. And we're looking for people that will come in, get their membership, and be on that coin just like you. And you put 1 on each team, and you just rank up to what is known as an associate. And the thing is, as an associate, you can make up to $500 a week. It's really a pretty simple program. You share it with somebody, you put those people on your team, and you earn points. You earn points, and here's multiple ways that you can earn points. All right, you earn points from memberships, also renewals in a year, and then from the autosaver program. And sometimes we have these coin drops, the rare coin sales, sometimes 1 or 2 times a month. And then there's also retail sales. But the thing is, for a membership, a $4.99 membership, it generates 150 points. Well, the thing is, when you hit 500 points on each team, company sends you a check for $500. That's the lowest check that we have in 7K. Now, how many of you have been in a network marketing company and the lowest check they have is $500? It just doesn't happen. A lot of people work for the same amount of effort and get a $30 commission or a $50 commission. Well, here you make the lowest check that you can make is $500. And so as an associate, here's kind of the scale. But you can see there's multiple ranks. And I'm just talking about the lowest rank we have as an associate. You can make up to $500. We cycle every week. So that means you get paid weekly. So we cycle on Saturday night. And if you've got that 500 on each team, you cycle, and 10 days later, you make a check for $500. Now, if you're willing to duplicate your efforts and you want to do a little more work, you bring in another person on each team, and you help one of those individuals become an associate on each team. You rank up to what's known as a copper associate. And you can make up to $1,000 a week in 7K. And it's really pretty cool. We have a lot of copper associates making $1,000 checks each week. And, we can go into more on the compensation plan, but you can actually max out currently at $12,500 per week. But picture this, folks, $500 a week as an associate. That's pretty significant for most people. I would say even $500 a month for most people is significant. So let's talk about the member benefits. So we already covered the residual income. That's the compensation plan. We talked about the autosaver program. That's that coin that you get each month. The travel discount cards. We talked about the rare and limited coins, the coin drops that we do. But we didn't even cover 1099 tax write-offs, because once you're a part of 7K and you're sharing this with somebody, you are in business for yourself. I told you that we owned a lawn care business. And there's a lot of overhead with that. You've got insurance, gas, employees, mowers, blades, all kinds of things. That's a lot of overhead. In our company, your overhead is your coin each month, and it can be $95 a month. Man, we were spending probably $20,000 a month on the stuff that we were doing for our lawn care business. And so $100 a month, you can be in business for yourself. Goldback IRA, healthcare program. Some people do this full time. I'm fortunate that I have a full-time job that I have healthcare with. But the thing is, there are some people that do this full time. They don't have another job, and we have a healthcare program. I tell you what, just a membership. You're probably wondering about a membership, right? So we have a standard plus, and a premium membership. So these are all 1-year memberships. You have access to the buyer certification program. collector's coins, buying bullion at cost, travel discount cards. We also have technology credits. Technology credits are pretty simple. It actually helps you grow your business. And we have a Downline Explorer in the back office. We have an app that you can use on your phone to send videos, and then we have the e-commerce site. So 3 technology credits actually equals 3 months. 6 technology credits on the Standard Plus equals 6 months. And the premium, which I really think is the best bang for your buck, 12 months of technology credits. So you have access to that. And if you want to build a business, that's the way to go. Now with the Standard, you're going to get a gem uncirculated coin. This is a MS 65 to 69 coin. These are really beautiful coins. On the Standard Plus, you're going to get an MS 70 Silver Eagle. This is the tried, true, tested, $1.2 million mistake. If you might as well start buying now so you don't make that mistake. I know I keep buying every month because of that. I don't want to make that mistake in the future. And sometimes history repeats itself. All right. And then for the premium, like I said, this is the best bang for your buck. You're going to get an MS70 variety coin. You're also going to get a silver round. You'll get 10 business cards and 4 of these wealth strategies booklets. So folks, I tell you what, you might be wondering how much these cost, right? I already told you the premium package is $4.99. The standard package is $3.59, and the Standard Plus is $3.59, and the standard is $1.99. So you can be in business for yourself as low as $1.99, but you might as well get all the tools at the $4.99. So it just really depends on what you want to do. So ask yourself this question. How would you feel if you were making an extra $500 or $1,000 a month? And we just really say to people now, will you join us? And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the screen share. So just stand by for a moment. All right. Let's see if we get this here. Okay. And okay, there we go. All right. And I have a special guest that'll be on here. Let's see if I can pull him up. Can you raise your hand? Oh, actually, I see you there, Tony. Stand by. I'm going to promote to panelist. All right. Unmute. And we're also going to, got some video. All right, Mr. Hubbard, we should be able to hear you. Folks, this is Tony Hubbard. He is a gold associate with 7K Metals. He has been my teacher, mentor, and friend for the last 3 years. I mean, it's just a fantastic guy to be able to work with. He's had multiple experiences in networking. I think this is his 3rd time. He's made a 6-figure income in those companies. He's also worked for corporate America, making over 6 figures. And he is just tremendous. He goes around, you can see he's in a car right now. He's traveling all the time, helping people. So this is my friend, Tony Hubbard. Tony, take it away.
All right. First of all, Chris, can you hear me?
Hold on a second. Hold on. I can't hear you. I don't know why. Make sure you're unmuted on your end because it says
I'm unmuted.
Here.
Can you hear me now?
I got nothing right now on you, Tony. Hold on.
What about now? Can you hear me?
Okay, it says they hear you. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, first of all, let me say, Chris, as always, you did an excellent job explaining who we are, what we do here at 7K Metals, and I've seen very few people can articulate exactly what it is in such a plain fashion. And so that being said, ladies and gentlemen, every time we share information like this, there's always 2 types of individuals that will actually dial into a call. And yes, ma'am, yes, sir, you're on this particular call tonight. Person number 1, say, you know what, I like what I hear. I'm really not the networking type, but I have been looking for a place to buy gold and silver. And if I'm going to get it, I might as well get it at the best price. And I say, great. Make sure you get back with the person that invited you to the call. They'll show you how simple it is to sign up. You, my friend, can start purchasing gold and silver on your own free site as early as tonight. Person number 2, you're like I was. When I found out not only could I buy the precious metals at the best price, but I can earn income and help others do the same, well, this quickly became a no-brainer to me. You see, being a student of the industry, here's what I knew to be true. There are thousands of companies out there in the network marketing space, and they all make money. They don't all necessarily make sense. And here's what I mean by that. You see, it never made sense to me to pay 3 times the price for a product or a service that I could go to Walmart, get the same thing for a third of the price. That just never made sense to me. But it always made sense owning a tangible asset. You're talking gold and silver, real money, sound money in your mailbox every month at the best price, and earning commissions on top of that. That always made sense to me. So if you're on the call tonight, if what you've heard so far just makes sense, make sure you get back with the person that invited you. They'll show you how simple it is to sign up. And you, my friend, can start earning commissions at anywhere from $500 to $1,000 up to $2,000 your very first week. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at all the amenities that are on the table, the fact that our product is not as good as gold, but it's actually silver and gold, and getting paid now up to $12,500 on a weekly basis. 7K Metals, we are the best kept secret in the networking space. But a year from now, 2 years from now, this company, 7K Metals, will definitely be a household name. So make sure you get back with the person that invited you out. And always remember, life is not about waiting for the rain to stop. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. God bless, and we're turning back over to you, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you do for 7K, all you do for those of us that are in the field working this, your area of expertise. I appreciate you sharing that with us. And my hat's off to you. So thanks, pal. We appreciate that. Hey, folks, this concludes our Wealth Strategies meeting for tonight. We will do another one of these tomorrow evening, same time, same Zoom number. Get your friends on here, invite a person. This is how we share it. We don't expect you to be able to do what we do right from the start. And you're going to get to a point where you can share it just as well. And until you get to that point, we're here to help you. So again, tomorrow evening, same time. And then for those of you that are interested, we're also going to do, because we haven't been able to travel this week, we're also going to do a Super Saturday. And that'll start at 11. Tony, that was 11 Central Time. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So we'll start that 11 Central. We'll get the information out. It'll go on the exclusive page. If you want to know more about it, feel free to call me, and feel free to look me up on Facebook as well. All right, folks. Have a great 7K night. Take care.